tonight on Ctv3 News. Two Orange Walk miners are charged for drug possession. A search of their home leads to the discovery of crack cocaine and crystal meth. New pipes for the San Felipe water system consultations for the installation of water meters will now commence. And a vegetable vendor from Orange Walk is fined $500 for being in possession of 3 pounds of contraband tomatoes. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Friday, September 6, 2024. Also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. An Orange Walk couple is in trouble with the law after police found a substantial amount of drugs inside their home. According to police, a search was conducted in the home of 2 miners here in the Orange Walk district. The search resulted in the discovery of a suspected crack cocaine inside a refrigerator and crystal meth, which was found in a glass container. Both persons were placed under arrest and transported to the Orange Walk police station along with the drugs. The drugs were weighed, resulting in a total of 141 grams of crack cocaine and 36 grams of crystal meth. Both minors were charged with possession of a controlled drug with intent to supply. A vegetable vendor from Orange Walk was charged $500 after being found in possession of 3 pounds of contraband tomatoes. During an operation, Baja, who was along with police, determined that the owner of the vegetable shop was selling tomatoes that was smuggled from Mexico. The owner of the vegetable shop, located on the Belize Corozal Road, determined that it's best he pay the fine immediately and avoid any court action. Viewers are reminded that importing agricultural products without the necessary permit is illegal and that the possession of illegally imported agricultural products is prohibited. Anyone caught with illegal products will be fined and/or prosecuted. A box truck was involved in a road traffic accident after losing control while navigating the bypass roundabout near Orange Walk this afternoon. Fortunately, no serious injuries were reported. The accident took place amidst heavy rainfall, contributing to slippery road conditions across the country. Authorities are urging drivers to exercise increased caution while on the roads. The Rural Transformation Department under the Ministry of Rural Transformation, Community Development, Labor, and Local Government handed over equipment valued at over $17,000 to the San Felipe Village Water Board in the Orange Walk district. The donation was made through a partnership with the ministry through the support of UNICEF Belize. The donation of the new equipment, according to Minister of Rural Transformation Oscar Requena, falls in line with his ministry's commitment to provide and maintain secure potable water in every rural community across the country. The much-needed donation will be used to replace faulty distribution lines that were installed years ago and have been causing low water pressure during peak usage hours. The new pipes will improve water distribution, ensuring a more reliable and efficient supply for the community.
In November of 2020, the people of this country gave us a mandate, and they said, we want you to govern this country, we want you to work for the people of Belize, and we want you to do a good job. That was essentially the mandate that they gave us. And we at the Ministry of Rural Transformation take that mandate very seriously. And of course, we take this seriously because our Prime Minister, the Honorable John Briceño, on the Plan Belize, made a commitment that as a government, we are here to work hard, to work diligently, to improve the lives of our people, whether it be the rural or the urban areas. I happen to focus the work of our ministry in the rural areas. And that is why you will see us from Corozal to the south, all the way to Arenal in the west. And it is all part of our response to climate change, to wells running dry, systems failing, and it is in line with what Minister Mai said, and my message is essentially the same. I want to reiterate the point that he made, that many of us feel that, when we have water, it's a never-ending resource, but it is not. Water is finishing. Water is depleting. Many of our wells across this country are drying up. And we are seeing wells that used to produce 100 gallons, 150 gallons, are producing far less. And eventually they are going to dry up. So that is why his message to you is very important. And as I said, I reiterate that message. That as villagers of San Felipe, as the water board, you have to conserve water. You have to manage your water resources very prudently and responsibly. Because if we don't, one day you are going to run dry.
This week's donation, according to Minister Requena, opens the door to begin the next step, which is to begin consultation to install meters at every residence in the community.
I know that we are raised and we are fluster feathers. Because many people don't like to hear about, metering water. But I will tell you, I've seen it in my own community. Where we have about 350 to 400 consumers. And we used to pay a flat rate of $10. And we used to have some money in the bank. But when the system was metered and people began paying according to their usage, immediately we saw a spike in the collection and savings of the water board. Now you will ask, so what is the water board going to do with the money? The money is to be used to service the system, to provide the service. So in other words, you'll pay your water bill, you'll pay your maintenance operator, you'll pay your pump operator. If a pipe breaks, a pump burns, that's what you're going to do. But you're also going to save money. So that when you have to expand, you are going to have money. And then when you have expanded and your system has become self-sustainable, the teacher said to me earlier, we have problems, we want some help in the school. The water board can then donate money to the community for projects in your community. So that is what it is intended for. So that if the village council has a project that you want to undertake, all the water board has to do is to write the minister responsible for water and say, Minister, we want your approval, we want your permission to be able to use X number of dollars for a community project, and we will grant approval. So that is how the community can benefit. So whatever monies you save, whatever monies you raise, comes right back to the community.
The installation of the newly donated equipment, according to area representative of Orange Walk South, Honorable Jose Mai, will alleviate a major issue the community has faced for several years.
Yeah, these pipes that have been donated by the Ministry of Rural Development will alleviate the problem we had in San Felipe for a very long time. We believe that by putting these pipes, we will now solve a part of the problem. The other problem that we have to solve is the abuse of water. So we thank Minister Requena for helping us with this project. This village has suffered for many years without water. We finally are putting an end to it once and for all. So these pipes will play a very important role in getting water to every single home in San Felipe.
Are there any plans for further expansion after this phase of the project is over?
For the time being, not as yet. First, we want to address this problem, solve it completely, and then we look at expansion.
Okay. other villages that have other projects in the pipeline relating to water expansion and so on?
Yes. The only village in Orange Walk South that does not have a system is Fireborn. We've also found resources to put a small system in Fireborn, a well pumping system, and a reservoir, and we will find the distribution. So we're close to that too.
The community of Fireburn in Orange Walk South is expected to soon benefit from a new water system in the coming weeks. Earlier this year, a project was announced to provide electricity to residents of San Carlos and Indian Church in the Orange Walk South. Bringing electricity to these remote communities is being done through an EU-funded energy access project which seeks to electrify 5 rural communities in the north and south of the country. The project is being undertaken by the Belize Electricity Limited to the tune of almost $11 million. Area Representative for Orange Walk South, Honorable Jose Mai, today gave an update on the ongoing project.
Yeah, those projects are in the pipeline. There was some delay because of the high cost that we were paying for electricity during the dry season and during all the outages. But BEL has overcome that, and now we are putting all the final touches to get that project implemented in both Indian Church and San Carlos.
Coming up next, CMJC celebrates 17 years of providing quality education. Stay tuned.
Over the past 4 years, this government has perhaps done more to transform Belize than any other government in the history of our country.
Kaya South has been with you, Prime Minister, in 3 general elections, and hopefully we will be with you for many more. It is an honor that I represent the warriors from the West.
Today, I can safely say that myself and the entire South is going to win for the People's United Party.
I could tell you the Eastern Caucus will deliver, and we will deliver some surprising seats in this next election.
¡Que viva el Partido Unido del Pueblo! ¡Que viva John Briceño! ¡Que viva el norte! ¡Que viva el norte!
When you do the right thing, nothing can go wrong. When we make sure that every single child can go to school on free education, nothing can go wrong. When we make sure that we are building cement houses for our people, nothing can go wrong. When we make sure we are providing health care for the masses of this country, nothing can go wrong. When we make sure that ordinary people are able to get a house lot, nothing can go wrong.
While it comes days after the incident was recorded, today the United Democratic Party issued a statement condemning a recent incident involving the Guatemalan Armed Forces, GAF, who breached Belizean territory at Sarstoon Island, posing a threat to Belizean citizens. The UDP's statement follows a video that made its rounds on social media showing the GAF's aggressive actions, which included the intimidation and engagement of Belizeans visiting the island. We note that this latest video documented hostile act comes 1 week after Prime Minister Briceño led a delegation to Guatemala to discuss a partial scope agreement with Guatemalan President Bernardo Arevalo. It is extremely concerning that the government is seeking to make concessions for Guatemala businessmen while the Guatemalan government refuses to agree on a long-delayed Sarstoon protocol. Belize should not be seeking to conduct business with any nation that does not respect our borders and constantly encroach to infringe upon Belizeans' right of free movement, the UDP said. The opposition further called on Prime Minister Briceño and Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca to urgently summon the Guatemalan ambassador to Belize to address this breach. The opposition calls on the Briceño administration to protest the actions of the GAF to the Organization of American States, OAS, and group of friends for immediate intervention. The Guatemalan Armed Forces ramming of a civilian vessel in the Belize side of the Sarsoon River is a flagrant use of force, which is an unacceptable act that is against international law and established protocols of the Confidence Building Measures Agreement, which explicitly states that neither nation shall use force or the threat of force to pursue their position with respect to the territorial referendum, the UDP added. The UDP further urged the Brazilian administration to support the Belize Defense Force in fulfilling its role of protecting the nation from external threats. The UDP also called on the Guatemalan government, the OAS, and a group of friends to ensure that the GEF ceases its violations of Belizean territory and respects Belize's national integrity. And while the fractured United Democratic Party is calling on GOB to take action, Minister of Foreign Affairs Francis Fonseca told reporters a few days ago that the government of Belize has sent a diplomatic protest note to the government of Guatemala and that the incident has also been reported to the Organization of American States.
We absolutely, of course, state very, very clearly that we, our sovereignty and territorial integrity over a part of the Sarsoon River, that is absolutely clear. The median line of the Sarsoon River is long established as a point between Belize and Guatemala. So anything north of that median line is Belizean waters. That's our very clear and position.
Minister, what do you say to Will Mejia, who says you all have taken a stance against Israel, that's all the way over there, and then you have Guatemala's military violating us here in our backyard? Why not take a more serious diplomatic stance against them too?
But what more serious diplomatic stand we can? No. We have agreed. The people of Belize have voted for us to resolve this issue through the International Court of Justice. We are pursuing that path to a peaceful resolution of this matter. No disrespect to Will. I like Will. Will has never been in authority. He has never held power. He has never had responsibility for making decisions on behalf of the Belizean people. We have that responsibility. I have that responsibility as the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And we will exercise that authority with absolute competence, with absolute recognition and respect for the people of this country, with their interests. So it's not about being emotional and beating your chest and going down there and pretending that you're big and bad. It's about doing the right thing in the interest of Belize.
Providing our children with an education is just one of the many steps parents take in order to give them a voice as they grow older. After primary school, students get to decide which high school and even sixth form they want to go to. Of course, their first choice is always that institution which makes quality education available. Here in the North, Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College has been deemed as one of the top educational institutions. Today, as the faculty and staff of CAMGC celebrated their 17 years of existence, we had a one-on-one with Dean Hugo Gonzalez via Zoom.
I'm overwhelmed with joy today to be celebrating CAMGC's 17th birthday. At the beginning stages, it wasn't an easy journey, but today we can say that our institution is fully established. It is blessed, and thanks to the good Lord, it is blooming. It was a journey filled with a lot of learning experiences. In some instances, there were challenges. And, over the years, we have seen a tremendous transition in just every aspect of this institution.
But 17 years of serving the education
I could remember.
But 17 years of serving the education sector also comes with numerous challenges. However, with perseverance, knowledge, and teamwork, everything is possible, says Gonzalez.
Not every transition has been a very smooth transition, to be honest with you. And for like 16 complete years, every morning I wake up, I feel very happy to be working at this place until lately I was traversing a crossroad, one that was very challenging, one where I felt that, you know, this was it for me. I think that the institution needed a change in its leadership, a change in the way things are done. But that was my perspective, because, you know, when sometimes you are not receiving the support that you should be getting to move the institution, then you are sometimes swayed to take such decisions. But then again, Elmer, I must tell you that the people that work here, they really do have, they really have motivated me. They have shown me their appreciation. And when they learned that I was, you know, preparing to maybe exit my way out of the institution, these people embraced me. They gave me positive messages of motivation. They rekindled the light that I had since day one. And today I am very happy to be here. I love what I do. And again, I must emphasize, without them, none of this would be possible. Without our parents trusting that we can educate their children, none of this would be possible.
And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
My name is Stacey Badillo. This is my sister Gina Badillo, and we've been owners of this business for the past 19 years. It is called Purple Passion Studio and Spa, and we're located in Kikaker, Belize. I've been part of the credit union for 12 years, and Gina for 19 years. Professionally, it's allowed us for our business to grow, and our careers has grown as well.
We have had great customer service at Credit Union.
They're exceptional.
Yes.
For this small island, it's very important, but for our small business, it's even more important. It has changed our lives, the lives of our children, of our families.
I highly recommend St. Francis Credit Union to my children, to my family, to my clients, to everyone that is around me, that it's always the number one.
Belize this week participated in a crucial workshop titled Red Diseases in Pigs, with emphasis on African swine fever and classical swine fever in Guatemala. This workshop united the public and private sector, with the ultimate result being the prevention of these economically devastating diseases, said Dr. Roxana Alvarez, Technical Director of Animal Health at the Belize Agricultural Health Authority, Baja, at the end of the workshop in Guatemala on Thursday. The three-day workshop was sponsored by the National Pork Producers Council of the United States and OIRSA, and included participants from Belize, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Panama, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. OIRSA is the International Regional Organization for Agricultural Health. Dr. Roxana Alvarez, Bernadette Gobb, Extension Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, and Heinrich Peters, Chair of the Pig Council, attended the regional workshop. Through this collaborative effort, Baja continues to demonstrate its commitment to protecting Belize's swine industry and ensuring the health and safety of its agricultural sector. By working together, Belize is taking proactive steps to safeguard its livestock and prevent the spread of harmful diseases. Apart from this workshop, Baja is actively working to prevent the entrance of the New World screwworm into Belize. The New World screwworm, which recently resurfaced in Costa Rica, poses a significant threat to the cattle industry and other mammals in the region. Baja has implemented extensive surveillance and control measures to mitigate this risk. These include continuous monitoring of the zoo sanitary situation in the region, raising public awareness through press releases, posters, and flyers, and conducting presentations to producer associations. Baja has also heightened surveillance and inspection at entry points such as the Philip Wilson International Airport, land border stations, and known contraband entry areas. Furthermore, Baja has been training its technical officers and those at the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and Enterprise to ensure they can handle any potential outbreaks. These proactive measures are part of Baja's ongoing commitment to maintaining Belize's status as free from the New World screwworm and protecting the country's livestock industry. Through these comprehensive efforts, Baja continues to play a vital role in safeguarding Belize's agricultural sector and ensuring the health and safety of its livestock. A delegation comprising of the Honorable Valerie Woods, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator the Honorable Erica Jangs, the Honorable Bevington Call, and Mrs. Eudice Gibson, Senior Clerk Assistant, are attending the 46th Conference of the Caribbean, the Americas, and the Atlantic region of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA. The conference, which is organized by the Guyana branch of the CPA, the regional secretariat for the region, is being held at the Parliament Office in Georgetown, Guyana from the 1st to the 7th of September 2024. The theme for this year's conference is Engage, Empower, Sustain, Charting the Course of Resilient Democracy. Parliamentarians joined other members of Parliament in the region for the following meetings: the Regional Executive Committee meeting, the 46th Regional Conference, the 14th Regional Conference of the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians, and the Annual General Meeting of the 46th Regional Conference. Speaker Woods, chairperson of the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians CM, moderated immigration and chaired the Women's Parliamentarians Conference. Discussions also focused on gender-sensitive parliaments, artificial intelligence, healthcare access. Plenary sessions were on the topics of peace and security, migration. The clerk's program provided an opportunity for the parliamentary staff from the region to discuss best practices and exchange ideas on various parliamentary procedures and processes. While in Guyana, the Belize delegation held courtesy visits with Belize Commissioner to Guyana, His Excellency Gail Miller Garnett, and with CARICOM Secretary General, Her Excellency Dr. Carla Barnett. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, September 9th, here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, have a safe and pleasant weekend. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.